This is Kaylin for livingintheflowsystem.com. Today we are going to try a new technique that I have been playing with. I like it because it's sort of a version of something that I've done in the past, but it's a great technique to help you completely shift your energy today, raise your vibe, and go from perhaps issues, stuff coming up, to feeling so much better and having a good time. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Kaylin, author of fiction and nonfiction, spirituality teacher, and co founder of livingintheflowsystem.com. So let's get straight to our technique. So this technique is from Joe Vitale, and I'm sure that I'm not saying his name right. Um, I loved when I heard about this out of his book At Zero because it really plays with a technique that my teachers taught me many, many years ago. My teachers, which were completely out of this world. My teachers said something very similar. They said, and actually they had a process that they had us do where you take everything back into yourself. You reclaim all of your energy. You reclaim who you are, but you also reclaim your whole world, the whole universe, that kind of thing. So I really liked when I heard Joe's technique, because the idea is that since I'm connected to all that I see, all that I experience, that's the premise, then that means that I am connected and or responsible to all of that energy. So let's use that energy to get ourselves into a better place. So what you want to do with this technique is I want you to sort of play with two sides of a coin. What you want to do with this technique is you want to take a situation or a person, and I'll use, for example, a person. And even though it's the person on the one side of the coin, you are working with forgiving them and sending love to them. But on the flip side of the coin, since everything is you and your energy, you can really only work with yourself. You can only forgive yourself and give yourself love. And I like to take that a little deeper, and I like to work with what I perceive that the person or the situation needs. And those needs, as was taught to me and as I have experienced for over 15 years as a teacher of spirituality, those needs are always coming from a wanting or needing of love, acceptance, or approval. So come along with me if you want. With the person, for example, for me right now, when I look at the person needs acceptance. So I'm going to give myself acceptance. I'm going to also feel free to give myself forgiveness and love. And, I like the idea of the forgiveness because it comes to you forgiving yourself for what you've attracted, especially if it's something that you don't prefer. So since you can do that part really on your own, I'm just going to take a quick 5-10 seconds to do that, and come along with me. Do it with me. Think of your situation. And for me, I want to give acceptance really to myself. So right now I am. And take those 10 seconds to give yourself that love, that forgiveness, and whatever else you think that that person needs, because it's really a reflection of you. So you really need it. Chips. And again, focus on some maybe love and forgiveness. And I like the idea of forgiving yourself for the experience, especially if it's something that you don't prefer. Because one of the things that happens is we expect ourselves to be perfect. We expect ourselves to reach a bar that's so high that it can't be reached. So that forgiveness piece is sort of a recognition that we're doing our best, and that in some ways, better than having been perfect the first time around, by working with whatever's bothering us, that person, that situation, that thing, we are actually shifting the energy, which is so much better than having been perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect. So when you shift the energy, you raise everything. You raise all of yourself. And that's why Joe Vitale says in his book that it therefore changes the external world that you are experiencing, because it's your perception. In some ways, you can say that literally that whole world comes from you, the whole world you're experiencing. That also explains why several people can be, for example, at a car accident and all give a very different perception, a different account of what happened, because for everyone it's their own world and it's their own experience. So make sure you own your own experience, because that alone will totally shift your energy, it'll shift what you attract, and most importantly, it'll shift how you feel. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe. See you next time.